Welcome back. Now we are moving towards the select statement. A select statement includes three types of clause: the select, from, and where. These are used to select statement is actually used to retrieve information from a table based on certain constraints or certain requirements. For example, if we want to select an information from a table where student name is Amit, we need to fetch records of all the students whose names are Amit. So how we can do so? Or we have a major constraint. We might want to select the list of all the female students from our school or class. We can do so. So this is a syntax. This is a syntax for select. Type select attribute name followed by attribute name, then from, then the table, then the where clause, and the condition. If you want to select all the rows from a table, you just simply type select asterisk from table name. Just that is. So you don't need to write everything. But if there might be cases where some rows are repeated and you want to select only distinct rows, so just place a distinct before asterisk symbol. Asterisk means all. It indicates all the attributes of the table to be selected. In place of asterisk, you can directly write the name of the column. The information of that particular column is extracted. For example, this is a table person on left hand side. If we want to extract an information from this table for where age is greater than 30, so we can extract that information. Just type the command select asterisk from table name person where age is greater than 30. So it will select the first row, uh, fourth row, and fifth row as displayed here on the right hand side, the Harry, Helena, and Peter rows. If we want to select weight, only we want to display only one column, the weight column, where age is greater than 30. We can do so by typing this command select weight from person where age is greater than 30. If you want to select only distinct weights, here 80 is repeated 2 times. So you just place the distinct command between weight before weight. So weight here is the name of the column, and the table name is person, and age is the constants where 30. The join statement. The join command can be specified in the from clause, which lists the two input relations, and the where clause will list the join condition. Example, these are the two tables. The ID state has the column and ID division is the column name, and both table consist of 3 rows. If we want to perform certain operation, for example, select state name where division is equals to IT. So how we can select? We can select this operation, perform this operation using join command. As we can see, the one column is common between these two, the ID column. It might be the primary key as it looks like. It is unique. So the primary key of the two tables are same, and we can perform operation based on this. Usually primary key need not to be same all the time, but any column that is same and gives the unique result can be used for performing join operations. So how it can be performed? We can perform the inner join or outer join. Any, for example, just write simple command select asterisk from the table names amp join department, or you can write from amp comma department. and perform operation like on emp.id equals to department.id, where emp id and department id are same. So in the previous one, we knew that 1001 and 1002 are the common IDs in two tables, so it displays the same record. Similarly, you can apply where clause, but remember to perform operation based on emp.id, the name of the table with a dot symbol or period symbol, then the name of the column on which you want to perform the where operation. Similarly, this is an outer join that could be used to perform information. Select asterisk from the table name. You can write left join or just write comma on amp.id equals to department.id. If you're performing left join, that means the record is fetched based on the left table or the left side of the this symbol. It is based on this amp.id, the previous one. As you can see, if for 1000, the amp ID number 1000, there is no corresponding row on the right hand side table, the department table. So it just prints null in place of that thing. If you want to perform right join, you can do so, and the ID number of 1003 will be displayed. So as you can see here, this is the example of right outer join. Similarly, we can perform pattern matching operation or selection with like operation. You can use this command like. So it is a syntax. Select asterisk from the table name amp, where id like percentage 01. The percent symbol and the like statement means that it will print the matching IDs that ends with 01, and anything could be written before 01. For example, 1001, 2001, etc. If we place percentage symbol afterwards, that means it must start with 01, and anything could be followed by that. Similarly, we can use the underscore symbol. Underscore could be used to denote a single character. For example, here it contains one underscore before 01 and one underscore after 01. That means one character is before 01 and one character is after 01. Similarly, you can perform these operations. A like is very useful thing. Then we can use order by clause. Order by clause returns the output of the matching constraints and displays them in an ordered manner. We can do so in ascending order or descending order based on ID or certain information. For example, it is a syntax. Select asterisk from table name emp, order by state. It will order by state, which is in descending order. For example, a state name starting with Z or Z is printed at top, and the V, H, A, C, these are printed afterwards in next lines. Similarly, we can do ascending order with ASC. If we don't write ASC, it automatically generates ascending order or the order in which it is fetched. Then we can use group by clause. This function is used to divide the. Here comes the group by clause, which is a function to divide the tuples into groups and returns an aggregate for each group. For example, in our table food cart, we have 3 rows, one row separated having the columns date, food, and sold. If we want to combine the value and print the sum of the sold amount of pizza or hot dog, how we can do so? We can group them and print the sum of each values based on food. So how we can do so? Just simply write the command select food, comma, sum. Sum is a method for summation of the value passed within the bracket. The sold, sum sold as total sold. It means that it will sum the value sold based on the food and print it as total sold from the table food cart. Group by food. Group by food means it will order it based on food. It would not print date. It would only print the food and total sold. So this is a way to write. The addition of pizza sold on 25th February uh, is 349 and plus 70 on 26th February. The sum is 419. It will do the operation. So it is very useful thing. The group by. We can create complex solutions based on that query. Then there is another thing, useful thing, that is called having clause. Having clause is a substitute of where for aggregate functions. Usually it is an aggregate function companion. We can do, suppose if we want to print just a hot dog, uh, just read the query, select food, sum sold as total sold, as we have done previously, from food cart, group by food, having sum of sold greater than 450. All the command was as previous in the group by clause, but if we want to print the amount which is greater than 450, we can do so. We can replace having with where. It is an alternative to where clause, but you have an option, and a better use would make you decide what to use in which scenario. Then there comes a few other attributes: the count, sum, max, min, and average. Similarly, as we have seen with the sum, we can pass the attribute or column name and it will do the operation, the mathematical operation of summation. Similarly, we can count the number of values, number of rows. We can print the maximum value, the minimum, and average using these operations. These are the aggregate functions. There's one point to note here, that when using aggregate functions, null values are not considered except in count asterisk. When you are using count asterisk, that means count all the rows, but in other cases null value is not considered. So this is the way how you can perform the count, sum, and max operation, the mean and average, minimum and average. So it was that simple. SQL is not very tough thing. It is not a completely programming language, but it is a structured query language. I have taught you various methods, what to use, and a usual practice will help you out. I am providing the slides. You can copy those simply the keywords and write your own query. If you are unable to do so in a command line interface, or you are unable to perform the query based, you don't need to worry. You could directly perform the graphical operation in MySQL or other softwares, whatever you are using for database, like creation of table, deletion of table, and other things. The MySQL supports both things: the installation, the addition of rows, creation of tables, and every operations in the both graphical and as well as command line interface. The SQL command is common to multiple databases, from Oracle to MySQL to Postgres. All the relational databases supports SQL as a default query language, and multiple non-relational databases also support the SQL, so it is very powerful. In next video, I will be providing you the installation of WAMP server, which is very useful for beginner as well as advanced developers, because you are free from headache of installing PHP, MySQL separately, and every time you need to connect things. Just go through the site, install it, and keep your working site on. So keep loading, keep growing.